For 13, 14 minutes, you played some of your best hockey that you could play, and it seemed like Seattle wanted to maybe take the air out of the game. I mean, how are they able to do that when you guys played so well to start?
Yeah, I think it was the mistakes we made. Simple as that. I don't know that. I don't want to discredit them. Obviously, good hockey team and a team that came in here hot, confident. They're very confident. So they have 9 shots in the last 2 periods, and it was 2-2 at one point. They have 9 shots the rest of the way. I think you'd take that at 2-2, especially the way we were playing at that point, and it ends up 5-2. But they're in a stretch with them where they're very confident, and we made mistakes that thought we pressed. When we gave up the third one, we just tied it on a really nice goal to start the second period. And then we forget the responsibilities we have without the puck, and it ended up in our net. That was disappointing. I think our group was a little deflated, and you can't be. You gotta find a way to stay energized despite.
Was there something that you saw early in the game that led to the decision to move Casey between Jeff and Alex?
Yeah. Very first shift, maybe too. I don't know how quick I did it, but just thought it was appropriate to do it. And obviously they scored right away. I think they scored again too, obviously. So, but yeah, I didn't like what I saw the other set, and it wasn't easy. When you're around the guys, you can see every day you're with them, and you can see pretty quick. That one was pretty easy to see.
How tough was it? You didn't get any response from Tage to that. He had no shots on goal. You only played 15 minutes. You didn't get much from him when you moved him.
I'm not necessarily frustrated we didn't get anything. I think he had a more challenging night. Couldn't get himself out of it and get going. He's been good for us lately, and unfortunately tonight he didn't have his game. He didn't feel the way he wanted to feel. I'm certain of that. And that's what happened. So, we had Middlestead there, and he looked like he had good jump. And obviously, you hope Tage feels better and through the game. I think he played with some frustration that that our team plays with sometimes. It's counterproductive, and you just have to learn to deal with that and let that go a little bit to get to your game as a team. I'm talking now, and later in that game we didn't do that well enough, obviously.
Maybe Owen Power reset a little bit. Is he in his own head? He hasn't quite maybe been up to his normal standards. Just like, how do you help him kind of get out of it?
He is not. I mean, obviously he's a much better player than. I could say that for all these guys. Every single player in the league can play better. That's what you have to do. You have to find ways to play better. But for Owen, yes, he's hasn't been as consistent at the level he's capable of right now. So not only can he get better, but I think where we've seen his normal good level, he hasn't been able to get there consistent enough. So. Yeah, you think of things. Is a reset good? Is it, we talk about different things with different players at times. So, we'll explore and look at any possibilities, but we do know he can play better from the standpoint of consistency.
Is it tougher to judge Greenway's return tonight just because that line was swapped so early, so it is all kind of out of sync?
Yeah, again, I don't think Tage was himself tonight, and that was a challenge. I thought there were elements that Greenway was real good. He got some pucks, finished some hits. He was fine on the penalty kill. We did make an error on the penalty kill. It was not him, but yeah, he's still a presence in that lineup for us.
What kind of message do you and Mike have for Devin after a game like that? I mean, he's only 25 games.
That was a tough game for him, and it's not something. The reflex is going to be it happened to him because he's young. It happens to guys that are old in this league all the time. I mean, look at around the league. Look at guys that have just gone on waivers around the league. It happens to anybody at any age, and you've got to reset as quick as you can. And he has the habits, and he's resilient, and he has has good daily habits and routine that I think no issue. He'll reset.
Clifton and Samuelson really seemed to play well, but the rest of your decor, I mean, it was a pretty challenging night. What do you make of just, was it a matter of them pressing, trying to overcompensate for mistakes? What did you just see from the
There were
group as a whole?
absolute times they pressed, and other times you kind of shook your head. As you described it, I would concur. You described it politely, and I'll stay with that.
What's the balancing act for you with Rasmus is one of your most competitive guys, probably your most competitive guy, but you mentioned the frustration that the team played with, and he clearly had some of that. What's the balance for him, balancing the competitiveness
Yeah,
and the frustration?
we've seen way worse frustration. I think there was frustration, but I'm more concerned about some of the doubt. And it's not doubt in your ability. It's a fear. It's more of a fear of losing or failure, or and that consumed us more than the excitement of, okay, so what, we're down, or we're down 2. Look up and down this lineup. We can score. We can get after it. I mean, I don't know how long ago we not score 3 in a game against Pittsburgh here in the third period to win. So, you on that night you believe you can do it. On this night, the challenge is you're looking at it. Didn't feel like that belief was there and the conviction was there that you can. So yes, Darlene, you could pick out spots where he was frustrated, but I think the group, that's more of it, and that goes to what we say quite often. You hear it around the league, coaches play without fear, play fearless and aggressive and confident, and we lost that. That 100% confidence and conviction that you could come back in that game, and that's, to me, that overrides the frustration and the frustrating part of some of the guys. And as Lance said, there's some guys just didn't perform well, and we couldn't carry that. We had too many guys, I thought, that didn't play well to carry. And again, that all that said, you give up 9 shots in the last 2 periods, and it was 2-2 at that point. You give up 9 the rest of the way. It's frustrating.
I feel like your fourth line gave you some confidence tonight. Gergensons went down low, was creating some chances. Robinson had that chance in tight, and Krebs drew the penalty to give you an opportunity there. Can you just talk about what they brought tonight with the energy?
Yeah, they did provide energy. They had good jump. They obviously the other night scored a big goal for us in the same realm of energy and pressure. Zemgus is so good. He's from a forechecking standpoint, from puck pressure standpoint, he's one of our best, if not our best at that. And he was effective tonight. And you're right, Robinson had good jump as well, and Krebsy had moments of good. And I didn't like our first goal against and some of what happened there, but yeah, that line as a line was not any issue for me tonight in regard to energy.
Thanks, everybody.